Stop underestimating the time that you have. Stop taking the time that you have for granted. Wanna know why? Because you're going to take that time and you're going to go do something that you truly don't enjoy. And you're going to wish you could have got that time back. We can't get time back. I know y'all saw me almost fall right there. You can't get that time back. You cannot get the time back that you over there wasting thinking you need to go hustle and bustle at somebody's job, because you don't. You do not need to go hustle and bustle for pennies and nickels. You do not need to go hustle and bustle and making somebody else rich. We don't need that type of behavior. We don't need that type of energy. I think I'm gonna put this I think I'm gonna put my dash cam in my car. Because I ain't got one. My dash cam in my car. Yes. And I got something else that I can put in my car too. Cool. Let me just take this whole bag to the car too. I want to put some of this stuff in the car. But y'all, listen. I was thinking about it this morning when I was waking up and meditating. I'm like, this time is so precious. Like, my time is so precious. What I have here on this earth is so precious. What I get to do on earth is so precious, right? But a lot of times we get bored in the waiting. We get frustrated. We get impatient. And we think we need something outside of us in order to fulfill this. But then at some point we get to a place where we say, my time is worth more than this. I am worth more than this. I can do better than this. I can do something greater than this. Listen, you get to create your own wealth. I want you to understand it. And I had to understand it. I get to create my own wealth. I get to create my reality. I am the creator of my own reality. Whatever situation I'm in, if I don't like it, I am creating that. I am choosing to be in there. I am choosing to recreate my suffering over and over again. We get to choose what we want in life. If you're stuck in a toxic relationship, if you're stuck around toxic family members, if you're stuck at a toxic job, if you're stuck anywhere that you don't want to be, it's because of the decisions that you're making. It's because of your mindset. You got to shift your mindset and start creating your desired reality. You get to create your desired reality, or you get to create your suffering. So, I don't know, like, I'm just pretty much thinking out loud right now. Thinking out loud, speaking out loud, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm doing right now. Because we underestimate the time that God has given us. We underestimate the talents and the gift that He put on the inside of us. Like, He gave us everything we need to make a living. Everything that we need to thrive in life. We got everything we need on the inside of us. You don't need to go outside of you to go get something else, to go do something else. I went back over the road for 6 months, right? I didn't want to do that. That ain't what I wanted to do, but I had a plan. I said, I'm going to go in this and, I'm going to save some money and do such and such, do blah, blah, blah. Listen, baby, you want to make God laugh? Make your own plans. Make your own plans. That's how you gonna make God laugh, by making your own plans. God's plans is better than ours. His ways and His thoughts are not our ways and our thoughts. So you can make all the plans that you want, but God's plan will always prevail. I made the plan to go over the road and do this, that, and the third. Had a plan. God said no. Okay? I'm gonna let you do it because you got free will. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it and see what it is. And then I learned over time, baby, what am I doing? What are you doing, Shan? Why are you doing this? When you have so much potential on the inside of you, when you are helping thousands of people every single day by getting online and creating content, and you get impatient because you ain't seeing the results from it yet, you get impatient from it because these bill people calling you and you need to pay these bills. You get impatient because of that, when all you had to do was keep going. And I stopped, y'all. I stopped and I went to work. I went to work for somebody else to go make somebody else rich, right? And so that 6 month mark, that's when I got to the point. I was already at that point before the 6 month mark, but it really like hit me. Like it really was like carved in my brain at that the 6 month mark. Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't need to be here. You need to be out here creating your own reality. You need to be out here making yourself rich, making yourself wealthy. You making somebody else rich by working your fingers to the bone for inconsistent money, and they don't care about you. And when you get ready to leave, they definitely show you that they don't care about you. Right? So y'all, like, take your time. Don't take your time for granted. Like, take advantage of your time and use it wisely. Wake up early in the morning and journal. Wake up early in the morning, read your Bible. Wake up early in the morning and worship and praise God. Wake up early in the morning and go work out. I just got done working out. And now I am getting the rest of this stuff off this U-Haul so we can take it back. And so I can get my day started and do other things, productive things. I'm like, oh my God, I felt so free when I woke up, y'all. I felt so free when I woke up. I'm like, I took this for granted. I took this as something small. Your time is so precious. And now it took me going to work a job to see how precious my time was. But hey, we have to go through it. We have to go through life. We have to go through certain things in order to appreciate what God has given us freely. We are free. We free. We got freedom. We got all the resources right here at our fingertips, man. It ain't no reason to be broke, busted, and disgusted in this in 2025. It ain't. You should not be broke right now. And if you broke, it's because you taking your time for granted. It's because you wasting those resources. You not utilizing the resources that's right here around you. We shouldn't be struggling. We ain't created the struggle. And a lot of people get that messed up. And they just be struggling for the rest of their life because, oh, I can't do this. You know, I wish I could do this, but I can't. I was talking to a guy, and I was telling him what I do and how you can make money from it and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, man, I wish I could do that kind of stuff, but I can't do that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yes, you can. I know you could. It's easy. It's not as hard as we make it. It's not as hard as you think. It's not even hard at all. It's so simple to just be yourself. Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm literally standing here in this U-Haul, putting the rest of this, finna put this stuff in my shed. It ain't hard. Just be yourself. Talk to folks. Show people what reality looks like how real everything is. You ain't gotta get on here pretending, making everything all aesthetically pleasing. Don't nobody care about that. People want to know what they can relate to. You need to be relatable when you creating content. When you trying to help somebody. How can you relate to me? How can you help me? How can you add value to my life? Right? So we got to stop taking our time for granted. We got to stop taking stuff for granted that God give us. He give us time. He give us space. We got all the freedom in the world. Like, I'm sitting here just looking at how beautiful it is outside. The trees, the birds, the grass. And it's so clear. It's just a breath of fresh air, literally. And we take this for granted. Thinking, oh, I got to go make this money. I got to go over here and make this money. I got to go do this. I got to go do it. No, you don't. Sit down somewhere. Focus on you. Get real with yourself. Right? Work on you. Work on becoming. Work on who God created you to be. Work on becoming that. You know? And sometimes it gets hard because we forget the vision. We forget the promise. We forget what God done shown us in the spirit. If God done shown you something, that's what you got to hold on to in order to keep going, in order to motivate yourself, in order to, okay, I got to get up and do this. In order to show gratitude, you got to remember to do something today that your future self would thank you for. your future, that will make your future self smile. You becoming a whole different person. You becoming a better person. You becoming a more wise person, a more stable person. You becoming who you dream to be. You becoming that. And so as you take these steps every single day, it's going to get hard because of what you see outside of you. But you got to put your eyes on what God done shown you. You got to put your eyes on the vision that you have for your life. What do you want your life to look like? How do you want your life to go? How do you want to handle certain situations? What do you want to get rid of? You got to think about that kind of stuff and start working on that. Start moving on that. Forget about what's going on outside of us. We think we need, oh, I need to go work these. I got to go work these 3 jobs. I got to go work the. Girl, wait. What? You mean to tell me you working 2, 3 jobs to make somebody else rich and you got all the potential on the inside of you to become who God created you to be and you ain't utilizing that? You ain't believing in yourself? You mean to tell me you believe in somebody else's dream more than you believe in your own? Oh my God. That is a word. Okay? Stop believing in them other folks' dream more than you believe in your own. You wake up and you go to that 9 to 5 and you hustle and bustle. That same energy and that same effort and that same energy, get up and put it towards building your own dream life. Do it. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? You holding yourself back when you don't believe in you. When you holding on to doubts, fear of judgment, fear of what somebody gonna say. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about none of that. You got to get up and you got to go. If you gonna grind for anybody, grind for yourself. Grind for your father. Okay? Get all about kingdom business. All about your father's business. You worry about the wrong stuff. Oh, I ain't got money to pay this. I got money to pay that. I ain't got money to pay. Listen, them bill collectors ain't nothing but bullies. Don't pay them folks. Handle it with the credit people. Okay, let somebody work on your credit. Find somebody that's gonna work on your credit for you. Pay them. Instead of taking all that money and paying the collections. That's in collection. Them folk done bought your collections out. You over here worried about paying them. Those are bullies. Stop worrying about that. You worried about bills. Okay, people will normally work with you if you don't have the money right now. Hey, I don't have it right now, but I can pay a little bit right now. I can pay such and such. They can't do nothing. You stressing yourself out. We be creating our own suffering. We ain't even gotta worry about that stuff. Ask God how can you make money? How can you make extra money so you don't be struggling to pay your bills? And guess what? He gonna send something your way. Whether it's something on your For You page, something on your news, on your feed, your any social media that you scrolling on, because you be scrolling. Okay, anyone that you get on and you scrolling, he gonna put something on your feed that answering that prayer. When you ask him, when you asked him a day ago or two days ago, however long ago, Lord, I need something that's gonna help me make some extra money. And I don't want to have to go to nobody else's job busting my butt. He gonna put something in your face. And it's up to you to take that next step with that thing. It's up to you to say, okay, let me try this out. I know I can do it. I know I can do that. If she can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. You got to believe in yourself. You believe in yourself when you go to that 9 to 5. When you was in training for that 9 to 5, you believed in yourself then. You knew you could do that job then. You weren't doubting in your mind talking about, oh, I'm scared about what somebody gonna say. I'm finna go work this job. I'm finna go work this 3rd job. I got 3 jobs now. I'm scared. You ain't scared. You going to make your money. But when it comes time for building for yourself, when it comes time for putting that content out, when it comes time for building that business, when it comes time for making money online, you scared. You scared of what somebody gonna say. Listen, you gotta release that, Bookie. You gotta let that go. That ain't got nothing to do with you. How somebody else feel and how somebody else judging you about how you choosing to live your life, that's got 0 to do with you. Nada. The only thing that you should be worried about is building your dream reality. People gonna talk about you whether you doing good or bad. You could be struggling and you could be rich. They still gonna talk about you because that's in their heart. That's just a reflection of who they are. That ain't got nothing to do with you. The truth, the people that's gonna support you, they gonna come. But you ain't gotta worry about that right now. Like, throw that out the picture. You need to be your own motivation. You need to be your own cheerleader. You got to be your biggest fan. Your own biggest fan. Ain't nobody gonna come tell you, oh, you can do this. Yeah, go ahead and do it. I think you should do it. Ain't nobody gonna be there every step of the way to tell you that. You got to know that. If you could get up and say, oh, I can do it. I can go clock in at this job. I can go make this next man rich. I can go believe in his dreams and hit that clock and work 9 to 5 and then be drained when I come back home and just to wake up and do it all again tomorrow, knowing that I want something better in life. I can go believe in you. You got to believe in you. You got to believe in your dreams more than anybody else do, because ain't nobody else going to believe in your dreams until you start believing in your dreams. That's when people going to come along and they going to see you believing in your dreams. They going to see you showing up consistently. They going to see how much you have on the inside of you and how powerful you are. They going to see that. All because you took a shot on yourself. All because you believed in yourself. All because you did what other people were afraid to do. Okay? You ain't afraid to do it. Let go of that fear. Let go of that doubt. Let go of that worry. Let go of that feeling shame, feeling embarrassed to promote yourself, promote your business. Girl, what? What? You embarrassed to promote your own business, but you ain't embarrassed to go clock in at that person's job and make them rich, to build a business, to promote their business, to answer that phone at that job, or to be on that computer at that job, to hit that headset to take them orders at that job, or whatever kind of job you do. So you embarrassed to show up for you. That is backwards. That's backwards. You got to show up for you. Show up for you even when nobody else is showing up for you. Believe in you even when nobody else is believing in you. Kyrie, you want to get off your leash? Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. You got to believe in you. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your potential. Stop doubting what God put on the inside of you. You are powerful. You got everything on the inside of you that you need to get to your next level. You got everything that you need to build that business. You got everything that you need. Everything to create your dream reality. Stop taking your time for granted. And when you finally come to your senses, when that light bulb finally pop on, you can be like, wow, I can't believe I did this for such and such years. And whether that's being in a relationship that you ain't supposed to be in, whether that's being at a job that's stressing you out, whether that's being in an environment, wherever you are that you want to get out of, that you're not enjoying, you are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to say no and to say yes to you over and over again. You got to say yes to you so that somebody else can say yes to you. Say yes to you so that doors can open up for you. Say yes to building your dream life. Say yes to showing up for you. Say yes to creating that content, even when you're scared. Show up for you. Do the hard work. Do the thing that everybody else afraid to do. Everybody else scared to do that self-development work. They don't want to do that. Don't nobody want to change. They complacent. They comfortable. It's up to you to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable showing up for you. Get comfortable doing the work that don't nobody else want to do. This is your life. You get to create your life. You get to create your own reality. And if it's something that you don't enjoy that's happening in your life right now, you get to change that. I can't come change it for you. They can't come change it for you. Can't nobody come change it for you except you. You are the one that's in charge of saving you. You are the one that's going to say, my time is valuable. My energy is valuable. And I'm going to take it somewhere where it's respected, where it is cherished. And you got to start giving it to you first. When you start giving yourself everything that you deserve, everything that you desire, everything else will fall into place in your life. Everything. But it's up to you to start. You got to just start. Whether that's planning your exit up out of that toxic relationship, planning your exit up out of that job, that job that's been draining you and leaving you depleted, where you can't spend no time with your children, where you gotta always hustle and bustle. No, you gotta use. It's time for you to use what you got on the inside of you to create. To use your creativity to create something valuable, something that's gonna help somebody. This time, you can't be afraid. There's no need to be afraid, because this time you got God. It's gonna work. The thing that you tried a long time ago, months ago, that you gave up on, that you were unsuccessful at, you thought you were unsuccessful, but you got impatient. That thing, you gonna thrive in it now because you got God, because you got a new perspective, you got a new mindset. You gonna thrive. So try it again. Try it again. Okay, put that in the comments. I'm trying it again. Do it again. Believe in you. Believe in your own potential. Believe in what God put on the inside of you, because it is precious. I'm telling you. I learned this for myself. And oh my God, like I'm just like, wow. I wasted my time. Well, I thought I wasted my time, but I learned things during that time, but I took it for granted. I took my time for granted. I took my freedom for granted. And I went and gave it to a job that cared nothing about me. I went and gave it to relationships and marriages that didn't value me. Friendships, environments. I went and gave it. My time and my precious energy, my entire existence, I gave it away to people that didn't value it. And so now, I'm saying no to all of that. Now, I'm grateful that I get to say no. I'm grateful that I get to wake up and do what I love. I'm grateful that I said no to that job and I packed this little U-Haul up and I got all my stuff out of that truck and I brought it back to my parents' house. I am grateful because now I really get to do what it is that I love freely. Freely. I get to create my dream life. I had already started creating my dream life before I even went to that job. And then I got on the job and I started to see, okay, I can still do this, but this job is in the way. So I was still going, still being consistent, still showing up. But then that fear would creep in, that doubt would creep in, because I had something in my way blocking me. And so it was easy for me to get distracted, easy for me to just get thrown off track. And then I finally woke up. I finally said enough is enough. Today is the day. Today is the day that I leave. Today is the day that I start taking my time and my energy seriously. Today is the day that I start believing more in my own potential. Today is the day that I'm making the decision to no longer give my time and my energy to something or someone who does not value it, that is not worth my time. And so now I get to create. I get to put all the ideas into action, the ideas that God has given me, the things that I've written in my journal. I get to put all this stuff into action. And it is so beautiful knowing that it's already written. I'm just taking the steps to step into it. That's it. That's it. And so even when nobody else believes in me, even when everybody else is like, well, what you gonna do now? Well, how you gonna make your money? Listen, multiple streams of income. It's more than one way to skin a cat, Bookie. Stop relying on these jobs. Stop relying on these jobs to sustain you, because it ain't. Y'all see what's going on in the world. Okay, you need to be using your creativity. You need to be using what God put on the inside of you to create, to help somebody else, to add value to the earth, to add value to the world, to help people. I see what I'm doing? Do this look aesthetically pleasing? Do I look all dolled up and made up? Do I look like I got on my best fit? No, I got on workout clothes up under this bubble coat. It's cold out here. Okay, but I'm trying to get this stuff off this truck. I'm talking to y'all right now. You don't need all the bells and the whistles. You don't need everything put together. It ain't gonna be easy, but you gotta be willing to do something. I want you to go listen to Tasha Cobb's, her song called Do It Anyway. That song is on replay every single day for me. I work out to that one song because it's just, oh my God, the words are powerful. Go listen to it. It's called Do It Anyway by Tasha Cobbs. You can't wait for she said, people always wait for the right place, the right time, when all we really have is the right now. And then she said, so why would I wait until it all falls in place? Because I know it's going to work out somehow. It's going to work out. Listen, you ain't got to wait to have everything together. You ain't got to wait for the right time. There is no right time. There is no right place. The time is now. It's going to work out. It's already written. Put it in the comments. It is already written. It's already done. All you got to do is just take the necessary steps and stop thinking everything is going to be perfect, because it's not. So make the best of your time. That's the message, y'all. I just want to get that through. Like, cherish your time. Cherish your time here on earth, because you are only here once. We were not put on this earth to struggle. We were not put on this earth to just survive. We were put on this earth to thrive, to become who God created us to be and thrive in that. To literally get paid to exist, to be ourselves, to help other people. We were not put on this earth to go make somebody else rich, to go believe in somebody else's dreams. You got your own dream to believe in. And so what everybody else got going on ain't got nothing to do with you. It's not your business. All right? So I just wanted to give that message. I don't know. Like, I love y'all so much. And I wanted to come on here and just give that little food for thought. It's not really a structured sit-down video, because I'm like moving around and doing stuff. But yeah, let me finish putting all this stuff up, and I'm gonna come talk to y'all later, okay? Because listen, I'm valuing my time, and I love what I do. All right? I love y'all.